Hey guys, Peyton Snabeck here again for another DVD and Blu-ray update for you guys this week. It's been about 2 weeks since my last one. Got a lot of stuff here to talk to you guys about. I got 17 movies, I got 8 DVDs, and 9 Blu-rays. As usual, I'm going to talk about the Blu-rays and then the DVDs. Let's go ahead and get started, shall we? Now, before I start the video, I just want to let you guys know, I'm going to be having a yard sale at the Moose this weekend on Saturday. I don't know what the times are, but it's going to be very early. So come along and join me to the yard sale if you guys see me, and give me a shout out if you like. But there's going to be I think there's 4 Blu-rays I'm going to get rid of, and 2 DVDs I'm going to get rid of. So you might see those at the yard sale if you guys come. All right. So the first one here I got. This is one I actually really liked probably out of all the I Spit on Your Grave movies. I mean, I know the last one that they did was like a direct sequel to the original one, which I did not really like that one at all. But I like Jamie Bernadette. I mean, I talked to her a couple times, but I don't know, I just didn't really like that movie. But this is it's kind of like its own sequel, its own thing. It's not really like a direct sequel to the remake, but this is I Spit on Your Grave 2 here on Blu-ray. Now, part 3, because there was a third one that came out a couple years, I think like 2 years after this movie came out. That was like a direct sequel, like a direct follow-up sequel to the first remake. But this movie is basically about this girl who is I think she goes to New York, and you know, she's gonna try to like be a model, working for like being like a model. I think that's how you kind of say it. And there's like this place that she was going to go to. They want her to, like, you know, be naked in the photos, but she's like, nah, I don't want to do that. You know, the guys are kind of like creepy and stuff. And it turns out like the one guy on here who's like one of the brothers, you know, breaks into her apartment one night and ends up like raping her, and he calls his brothers over, and, you know, they drug her up and then take her all the way to, like, another country. What is that country called? It's like a foreign, like, country. It doesn't really say. It doesn't say what that country was, but it was like a foreign, like, country, and, you know, she's there, tortured, beaten, and, of course, it's her, you know, when they attempt to kill her, but, of course, they think they killed her, but of course she survives, and it's her trying to get back at the people that raped her. And, you know, it's one of those kind of like revenge movies, like, you know, The Last House on the Left, and of course, not I Spit on Your Grave movies. But I actually really like this one. I love the gore effects in this movie. I mean, the gore, like the torture scenes, like the revenge scenes, they were absolutely great. But I absolutely really like this one a lot. But the only features you get is deleted scenes, and that's it. The next one here I got, I know this one just recently came out to Screen Factory, not too long ago, and I gave this one a rewatch. You know, I kind of like it a little bit better than how I used to. I mean, there's nothing perfect about this one, but I still like it. I like this cover right here. I think there was like a similar movie that came out that was kind of like this, I think it was called Death Ship or something, but this is the movie Ghost Ship here on Blu-ray. And I remember I got the DVD at a yard sale years ago. It was like one of the old snapper case ones that had like a lenticular cover on there. This movie, it has this very, very good scene, this good intro. It starts off with like this ship is like ran in like in like the 60s or something, and there's like this great scene where, you know, everyone gets sliced to death by this this kind of like wire, and it's like a great gore scene on there, and it cuts up to like present day, and, you know, the boat, the ship now is all like it's all empty, it's all torn to pieces, but and of course, you know, these group of these people, they go there and try to, I guess, like, to investigate it, like do like a podcast on it, and of course, you know, the ship is evil, of course. It has like this evil curse, and it's haunted. But I you know, not the greatest movie, but, you know, I do like this cover right here. I still like it. This is one I'm still going to keep, because it's a movie I could watch again in the future, because, I mean, nothing's perfect about it, but I do like this one. The next one here, this is one I reviewed months ago. I got it on DVD, but I did not know. I kind of knew it was on Blu-ray, but I didn't know, like, I didn't know they had, like, a region-free Blu-ray release of it, and I found one, I think, on eBay. And so I got it, but this is a movie I reviewed, and I absolutely really, really loved. This is what got me into rewatching the movie Parasite, which I really love now. A lot better than how I used to, and a movie called Border, which I reviewed not too long ago. Really great movie. This is a movie called Raw, here on Blu-ray. This is absolutely a great movie right here. This is a must-watch right here. This is a region-free release, in case you guys are wondering. I don't know what country this is from, to be honest. I don't know, because, like, it has, like... Let me know down below if you guys remember what this country was. But I know, like, on the Blu-ray right here, it has, like, the UK ratings, and then it has, like, the German ratings, or... Yeah, the German, I believe. I think that's the German rating. You know, if you haven't seen this movie is basically about, you know, this girl, she goes to, like, this, culinary, school, and she's a girl who basically, you know, she's not into meat, you know, she's like a vegetarian. She's careful what she eats. But one night, her and her sister, you know, because her sister's also going to the school, you know, she hangs out with her sister, having, like, a good fun with her sister, and her sister ends up doing, how should I put this, waxing her, private area, and the wax gets stuck on her area, and, the sister's like, oh, wait, I know how to get it off, I'll use, like, these pair of scissors or something, and she tries to use the scissors, but when the sister, the main girl, you know, she moves her legs, and when she does that, that ends up getting her sister's finger cut off by accident. And, you know, she's in a panic, she calls the cops, but as she's doing that, she's, like, eating her finger. And that's when, you know, she becomes to, like, go from being a vegetarian to liking meat, and now from liking eat to eating human people. And so basically she's, like, in the daytime, she's a normal person, but at night, she's, like, eating people up, like, cannibalizing people, and, like, all this crazy stuff is happening. But I absolutely really love this movie. If you guys have not seen this one, this is a highly a must-watch movie. I absolutely love this movie. No features on that one, though. There was no features on the other DVD as well. Alright, another one right here I reviewed months ago. Finally got this one upgraded to a Blu-ray. This is a burn-on-demand right here, from the Universal thing. This is a documentary called Won't You Be My Neighbor here on Blu-ray. I reviewed this one. This is another must-watch as well. This is a documentary about, you know, the life, about Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, and, like, how he became, like, how he did, like, the show, and, you know, basically about his personal life. It goes to that, and then, like, goes, like, how he started to do the show. You know, some of these kind of, like, cool, like, documentaries are pretty interesting, you know. I have another documentary I'm going to review in a little bit, that I watched last week and really loved. It was one that I got from a Dollar Tree. I'll talk about that one in a minute. But, you know, that's basically what the movie is. It's like they're talking about, like, his life, and, like, you know, what he did to get, like, to do a children's programming, you know. There was, like, all this stuff going on where, you know, people thought he was gay, and, you know, and, like, there was a lot of crazy stuff that happened back when this, you know, when the show was on, you know. Like, all these parodies that they were doing, like, you know, that thing that Eddie Murphy did, like, how Mr. Rogers did, like, some of the parodies, that they were doing. Like, he would get angry with the parodies or something. You know, but I must watch right here. I love this documentary right here, and I'll show you what the back looks like. Cause I know these kind of, like, burn-on-demand ones, they don't really show the back too much. But here's the back right here. I'm gonna start doing it whenever I get these ones right here, or I may do, like, a collection of that one day. I don't know. All right, the next one here. Now, this is a movie I watched last night. This is a movie I have not seen in years, and, you know, since the new upcoming Blumhouse remake is coming out, unfortunately not in theaters, but on video on demand, I decided to buy this on Blu-ray and definitely give it a rewatch. Absolutely loved this movie. You know, rewatching this one now after all these years, I don't know what I think about the remake. I mean, I don't... Because, of course, there's another but, this, you know, it's the movie The original Craft. You know, there's also another remake coming out. The Witches remake's going to come out, which I don't know what I feel about that one, but I did do, like, a trailer review on that. But I think that comes out, like, the Witches remake, that comes out on the 27th. This comes out the very next day, I believe. Maybe I'm thinking of another movie, I'm not sure. But, I have the dates on my phone. But, this movie is basically about this new girl who, she moves into this house, and she goes to this new school, as she befriends these 3 girls who are basically witches, and they're obsessed with, like, witchcraft and all. And, you know, one of the girls on here is Neve Campbell, who, you know, of course, you know, Sidney Prescott from Scream. What's his name's also in here? Skeet Ulrich, I believe that's his name. You know, he's in the first Scream movie as well. But it's just basically, like, about, like, all these, like, you know, group of these girls who are, are obsessed with, like, witchcraft, and they do, like, all these crazy magic stuff, and, you know, it's just a great movie to watch. I absolutely love this movie. I just can't believe it's getting a remake already. I mean, this made, what, 96? Like, it's not even that old. But I understand what they're doing now, so, because we're in the new decade, and now that we're in the decade of 2020, we gotta remake the 90s now. So, because most of I can't say every, because there's still some movies in the 80s that have not gotten a remake yet. But a lot of 80s movies are out, already have remakes. Believe it or not, it's just insane, like, what these remake things have gone through. Now, these are the movies I'm going to get rid of. Now, some of them, you'd probably be like, wait, what? Why? These are great movies. Or, that's a great movie. I just couldn't get into them. I'm sorry, but that's my opinion. But here's one I'm probably going to have hatred for. Because I don't know, it's one of those movies, it's a one-time watch. Knives Out. You know, this is the one with Jamie Lee Curtis. I've probably been watching a lot of her movies lately, ever since the new Halloween movie came out. You know, this is like a whodunit, like a mystery-like movie, kind of like the movie Clue. I'm getting rid of that one. This one right here, I kind of liked, but it's a one-time watch movie. I mean, I was starting to get into it, probably like in the first like 38 minutes was good, and then the rest was just like, you know, Peppermint here on Blu-ray with Jennifer Garner, which I love Jennifer Garner. I think she's very sexy in all of her movies. But this movie is basically her husband, I think. Yeah, her husband and her daughter are killed at this carnival, and of course the guys who killed them, the people who killed them are found not guilty, and of course you know, it's basically her trying to get back at them for what they did to her family. That's essentially what it is. But you know, it's a one-time watch. You know, cool movie, but just a one-time watch. It's just one of those kind of movies. This is a one-time watch as well. I mean, not my favorite anthology movie, but my mom recommended this one. That's why I got it. I don't know. I just couldn't get into this one. Stephen King's Cat's Eye here, which I did like the one segment on here where about the guy who was smoking, and if he continued smoking, they were like kidnap his like wife or something. I mean, I don't know. I kind of like that skip. Other than that, though, that was it. And the last one here, I did like this one, but it's a movie I'm probably never going to watch again. One of those movies, so this one will be at my yard sale. Because I know lots of people talk about this character, lots of people talk about this movie. That's why I got it, because I want to know what was the hype about this one. And I kind of got what the hype was about. I mean, it's okay. I mean, it's not perfect, but, I mean, not great, but, I mean, it's alright. It's called the Terrifier here on Blu-ray from Epic Pictures, I believe, or Dread Central. My fault, Dread Central. But this is basically about you know, it's based off the, like the movie All Hallows Eve, you know, about Art the Clown. You know, these two girls are on Halloween night. I think they're getting out of a party on Halloween night. They go get pizza, and this weird clown, you know, Art the Clown, he comes into the restaurant, and he's, like, doing all these, like, goofy, weird stuff, and, of course, like, it's him kidnapping these women. You know, one of them is played by Catherine Corcoran, I think that's how you say her name. Very nice girl, I've talked to her before. I actually think I do have a little crush on her, believe it or not. But, you know, Jenna Canals in this one I've talked to, and, you know, the guy who plays Art the Clown, David Howard Thornton, talked to him recently, very nice guy. But it's the clown, basically, you know, he's torturing these women, and torturing the one girl. That's essentially what it is, but it does have versatile artwork cover. I'm gonna take it out, but I don't know. I did kind of like this one, but nothing I would really rewatch again. But you know, they're just one of those kind of movies. Okay, now on to the DVDs. There's 8 DVDs here. So the first one here I got is Blue's Clues You, Caring with Blue here on DVD. You know, I have to say, I'm really glad that they're putting some of these ones out on DVD. It's actually technically 2, but they released you know, like one of those Nick Jr. favorite ones a couple weeks ago, and I talked about that one in the last update. You know, they released the first one they released was a Walmart exclusive. This one, as far as I know, this is not exclusive. You can get this anywhere now. But of course, everyone knows this show. This is actually the reboot show. You know, they have the new host, Joshua Dela Cruz. That's his real name. You know, what I really like about this new series is I like how they're bringing back, you know, Joe and Steve. I like how they're bringing them back into the show, because it makes my day every time I see them come back on the show. But you get 4 episodes on here. You get Laugh with Blue, Getting Glasses with Magenta, Sad Day with Blue, and Getting Healthy with Blue, which that one has not, Getting Healthy with Blue, that has not aired on TV yet, as far as I know. And it's kind of cool that they're doing that. You know, that's actually the second time they've done that, because, you know, the last DVD I talked about, you know, both of the episodes on there, they didn't air on TV yet, so of course you get some special features on here. It's basically like a lot of the videos from you know, from YouTube that you can watch, and it also came with these like cards right here, like these sign language cards. Like here's one right here for like excited, funny, here sad and scared, eyes, glasses, and see and sick. But yeah, that is, you know, Blue's Clues You on DVD. Like I said, I really hope that I'm really glad that they're, you know, they're releasing these out on DVD now. Really hope they keep doing that down the line. The next one here this is one I got on Amazon. It's one of those ones I really did not need to get right away. But, you know, because I did review the original one, I believe the last update, I decided to check this remake out. This movie fucking sucks. Yes, it does. That's how I'm gonna put it. Yes, because it does. But this is the April Fool's Day remake. Technically, and I can't really... No spoiler alert, but it's... If you've seen the original one, you've seen this. It's kind of like the exact same thing, exact same twist in a sort of a way. I'm not gonna ruin what the twist was, but if you've seen the original one, you know the twist, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. But this is basically like, and this came out in 2008, I believe. Yep, 2008. You know, Scout Taylor Compton's in this one, you know, who was in, you know, the Halloween movie, the Rob Zombie ones. This is basically about a party that's happening, a prank happens, goes wrong, someone ends up dying, and apparently there's someone, like, killing off people one by one. You know, it's not good, you know, but I'm still going to keep it because, you know, just because I have the original, you know. Original one was a little bit better. Now these next two here I got, these were ones I got at Dollar Tree a couple months ago, probably before the pandemic. But you know, I really like the first two. I had the first two on Blu-ray. These ones have not gotten a Blu-ray release as far as I know. But this is a Cinderella story, Once Upon a Song, and a Cinderella story, If the Shoe Fits, both here on DVD. Now this one right here, this one stars, you know, mainly, I'm sorry, there's something in my eye. You know, each one of these movies, you know, there's a fifth one came out last year, you know, which that started Laura Marano, I believe. You know, this one stars Lucy Hale. The first one it starred Hilary Duff. The second one was Selena Gomez. This one is Lucy Hale. I don't know who this is, to be honest. Sophia Carson. I have no idea who that is. I'm sorry, I don't know who that is. But you know, this one was basically it's kind of like the same thing as the other movies were. But I actually did kind of like this one. This one had Missy Pyle, who's playing like the evil stepmother. You know, no one really cares. No one like really pays attention to Lucy Hale's character. You know, basically, she's got to do like all the chores, and her sister and brother get to do whatever they want. It's basically her going to be wanting to sing with this gorgeous guy. That's technically what it is. You know, it ends up going wrong. She's trying to figure out a way how, you know, she could sing with the guy. This one right here, I didn't really like this one that much. This one was like about this girl trying to be in this play. You know, she's dressing up as someone else. You know, what was cool about this one was Jennifer Tilly was in this one, playing the stepmother. Other than that, though, I mean, I didn't really care for this one. I like this one a little bit better than this. Yeah, but that is both of these sequels here on a DVD. This one, by the way, this is the third one, and this is the fourth one. Alright, here's the other documentary I was talking about earlier when I was talking about the Mr. Rogers one. This is called Being Elmo, A Puppeteer's Journey. This is one I got at the Dollar Tree recently. I'm going to talk about another recent Dollar Tree one in a sec. But I absolutely love this documentary. I watched it, you know, thinking that I just thought at first it was just going to be like talking about like, oh, how he does the guy who voices Elmo, how he did Elmo, and how like what he does and stuff. But it was nothing like that. This documentary was basically, it's about Kevin Clash, I believe. Yep, Kevin Clash. You know, he's the voice of Elmo from Sesame Street. It was talking about like how he came into like the puppeteer thing, and how he met Jim Henson, and you know how he became friends with him. And there was another guy, I forgot what his name was. It was like Kermit something. I can't remember what his name was. Doesn't say on here. But you know, it was just him talking about how he was going to do one of the movies. You know, I think it was like The Dark Crystal. He was going to do that, but he couldn't do it because he was doing a show. You know, it was an interesting documentary. You just have to watch it to see exactly what I mean, because I love this documentary. It was absolutely really well done. It was so interesting. I highly recommend this one. This is one from a Dollar Tree, so if your local Dollar Tree still have movies and they have this, I highly recommend it. Or if you find it anywhere, definitely get it. It also included like this pamphlet, I guess, movies from this company that released this. This was released by Docura Films, I think that's how you say it. But really great movie right here. Great one. The last one here, the last one I'm gonna keep. I just got done watching this one a few moments ago. I really love this one. You know, Tales from the Hood 3 just came out yesterday. But I did pre-order the Blu-ray, because you know the Blu-ray is a burn-on-demand one, so I should probably get it within like next week, probably by the time the next update comes. So now I'll have that reviewed for you guys. This is called American Nightmares here on DVD. You know, I like this one just as much. This was also a Dollar Tree one from recent, by the way. I like this one just as much as the other Tales from the Hood movies. And I know some people, they don't really, there was some mixed opinions on Tales from the Hood 2, but I really liked Tales from the Hood 2. I thought that was a little bit fun. Just as fun as the first one. But this really should have been called, like, Tales from the Hood 3, you know, and the other one should have been called, like, Tales from the Hood 4 or something. This one was absolutely great, you know. What's really cool is, you know, it's from the same guys who did Tales from the Hood, you know, Darren Scott and Rusty Cundiff. I think that's his name. That's how you say it. You know, what's really cool is Clarence Williams III, you know, he played Mr. Sims in the first Tales from the Hood. He's in this one for a little bit. So it was kind of cool to see him in that. And, you know, but this is basically an anthology movie. You know, there's 8 short stories in here. It has to do with, like, these guys who are, like, always, like, they're, like, hacking into, like, all these computers to see, like, these, like, naked women. But on that night, you know, Danny Trejo, you know, he hacks these guys, and, you know, by telling them, like, these scary stories, like, they were, like, in the hood or something. You know, Danny Trejo is, like, kind of, sort of like, you know, the Mr. Sims, like, character. Sort of, but not exactly. And, you know, he's telling, like, all these stories. Like, there was this ridiculous one, like, where this guy was turning into, like, a woman. Like, there was one where, you know, Jay Moore was in a story where this guy he arrested escaped from prison. But I thought this one was great. But another one I highly recommend you guys check out if you guys have not seen this one. Now, these last 2 here I'm going to get rid of. This one I did kind of like, but it's one of those ones that's just a one-time watch. Me and my grandfather watched this one. He liked it. I mean, I thought it was, you know, okay. But I like these kind of movies. These kind of like animated adult movies, like, if you know what I mean. But this is called Disaster the Movie. This is kind of like a raunchy, like, ridiculous, like, movie, like, about I think just like this, like, meteor is about to hit Earth or something, and it's like them trying to figure out how to stop this meteor from hitting Earth. It's a fun movie. I actually kind of like this one, but not one I would really watch again. So this one will be in my yard sale. That's from Scream Media Films. Now this last one right here, this one I got. I didn't know there was a Blu-ray release until I looked it up as I was watching it. This movie, I thought it was going to be kind of like a vacancy-like movie, but it wasn't exactly. It was more like a thriller, or kind of more like a Lifetime movie, network-like movie. But this is called Looking Glass. I don't know. I thought this one was okay. I kind of did get into it, so I mean that was kind of cool. But it's just one of those ones like I probably not going to watch again. But it's basically, you know, Nicolas Cage and his wife, they buy this motel, and there's this one room that has this two-way mirror. Well, he goes into this, like, room where it says do not enter, and he goes in there and he sees this, like, little hole, and he goes through this hole, and inside this little hole there's, like, this ladder, and up this ladder there is a mirror, a two-way mirror to one of the motel rooms, and he basically, you know, he basically witnesses a murder, and he's trying to tell the police. The police think he's like a suspect and all. I don't know. This one was okay. I mean, it was nothing. It wasn't what I really expected it to be, because I kind of thought it was going to be like a vacancy-like movie, like one of those kind of movies. Because I like Vacancy was a lot better than this. You know, Vacancy was like, I like how it just went like super crazy right away. This one, I don't know. I thought this one was alright. But that is it for this DVD and Blu-ray update. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.